HTC may be in financial difficulty, but it's still churning out decent phones. One of the most recent to hit the market is the Desire 626. It's a competitively priced, attractive mid-range device. But with the new Moto G on the market, is it worth buying? I'm Cam from 9to5 Google, and this is my review. It may not be premium, elegant, or luxurious, but there's still something very good looking about the Desire 626. I really like the contrast between the dark blue casing and the light blue trim around the edges. Because it's not glossy and the edges are slightly curved, it feels really good in hand too. If there's one downside to the matte finish, is that it seems to attract fingerprints and palm grease like it's going out of fashion. It's not unibody, so it doesn't feel as sturdy as some more premium devices, but the phone still feels strong and durable for the most part. Despite having the appearance of housing two boom sound speakers, my model disappointed in that only the bottom set of machined holes covered a loudspeaker. Mono sound in a phone this big really makes the extra space around the screen and bezel seem pointless. One important element of design is actually software base. HTC, like a few other Android OEMs, now has its own theme store. You don't need to install custom launchers, just head to the Themes app and download whatever takes your fancy. I personally like the colours and the font in the Windows 10 theme, but there are hundreds of others to choose from. A 5-inch 720p display might not seem like much on paper, but HTC's is plenty sharp as long as the brightness is boosted to its maximum and you're holding it at arm's length. Bring it closer and you'll start to see flaws. Edges of text and graphics are jagged, a little unsmooth, almost like the sharpness has been cranked up too far. Colours look nice and natural, and whites are surprisingly clean when looking at the screen head-on. You do get a weird colour tint when looking at the display from an angle though. If this was a flagship, I'd be incredibly disappointed in the display. In some ways I still am. But once I got sucked into a movie or playing a game, I pretty much forgot all my little nitpicky issues and enjoyed the experience. Now there are various models of the 626, each with different processors and graphic chips. My model features a 1.2GHz Snapdragon 410 processor with 2GB of RAM. For the most part, it dealt with daily tasks, loading apps, switching screens, and launching web pages without any real hiccups. At least no major ones. It's not the fastest phone I've ever used. In fact, there was a little lag and stutter with almost every process, even when using Google's Now launcher. But the battery is a different story altogether. I regularly manage to get over 5 hours of screen on time from the 2000 mAh cell. That's partly because the 720p display doesn't need as much power as a full HD one, and the processor isn't the most powerful chip going. All in all, it does a great job of conserving power, especially in standby. Getting through a full day, even with heavy use, was easy to do. With my moderate use, I generally only manage to use up 60 to 70% of the battery every day. Now, unlike the flagship HTC One series, the HTC Desire 626's camera isn't lightning quick. There's a short delay between pressing the virtual shutter button and seeing an image captured. But again, I'm left just a little impressed by the 13-megapixel camera on the back. It takes decent photos. In good light, it can take nice sharp images with plenty of vivid and natural colour. But once light starts to dip, it struggles a lot. It has a hard time focusing, especially when close up to an object, and it gets quite noisy and grainy. Overall, the HTC Desire 626 isn't perfect. For a 5-inch screened phone, it's pretty big, but it's comfortable to hold and pleasant to use, and there's very little to really complain about. Still, it's hard not to turn my attention to the newly announced Moto G, and it'd be a hard sell to recommend this phone to anyone over Motorola's newest smartphone. Still, if you like HTC software and you love the design, I don't think you'll be disappointed by the 626. I've been Cam, I'm at Cam Bunton on Twitter. You can follow me on there, tweet me, give me your suggestions and leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you do like our content. It helps us out a lot. I'll see you again soon.